A lot of us already know that as we approach, a lot of people nearing retirement actually have savings of something like $12,000 as they near retirement, some of them. And they are going to be relying on Social Security, and if they have a pension, relying on that. Some of the pensions are going away. Well, this next question deals with pensions. The Multi-Employer Reform Act of 2014 basically gave the Treasury Department the final authority to suspend benefits for both retirees and prospective retirees. The question is, would you support legislation introduced by Congressman Marty Kaptur, and you may not know about this, but hopefully you do, I'll give you a little bit more information if necessary, entitled Keep Our Pension Promises Act, H.R. 2844, because in 2014, Congress passed and President Obama signed the Multi-Employer Pension Reform Act that said it was against the law to cut pensions already promised. That actually, I misstated that. It allowed that pensions already promised could be cut. So would you support a law that says Keep Our Pensions Promises Act? And that question goes to Steve Williams first.
I'm familiar with that legislation, and I would vote to get rid of it. Allowing people to go back on their word is fundamentally unfair. And this isn't the first time that this has happened. Folks who work in the federal government, and Mike, you know about this, if you've paid into Social Security for years, and then you become a federal employee and you join the federal retirement system, you lose your Social Security benefits. And that's simply not fair. You paid into it all those years, why shouldn't you get it? There's legislation on the table right now, House Bill 711, to correct that so that these people get the benefit of the bargain. And that's what this is about. You know, we all strike bargains in life, right? We buy a house. It's a contract. It's a bargain. You know, we strike bargains. And one of the bargains we strike is we choose to work somewhere and pay into a pension program based on the promise that we're going to get the benefit of the program, the benefit of the bargain. And I can't support anything that is so fundamentally unfair as to pull the rug out from somebody who acted upon that promise and that bargain for 20, 30, or 40 years. And that's what this legislation did. It pulled the rug out from a lot of folks, just like what happened to a lot of federal employees when they went on the federal employment retirement system. We have to have a fair system. For heaven's sakes, we're giving billions of dollars of subsidies to corporations every day. We can afford to make sure that our folks get the benefit of the bargain that they invested in. It's just fundamentally fair.
Thanks, Steve. Colleen, same question?
Yeah, I think this is specifically to the Teamsters. Is that what the legislation, the Bernie Sanders legislation that we're talking about? But I mean, that's the piece of legislation. I want to actually, I don't have it on me, but I just signed a letter of support in full support of this legislation. Actually, I could get that to you. Aaron, my campaign manager, is right over there. But absolutely, I 100% support this piece of legislation. We bailed out banks, we bailed out Wall Street, we bailed out corporations. There is no excuse not to bail out the hardworking people who paid in to the retirement system and expects to have their pensions that they are currently receiving right now. It's absolutely disgraceful that we would not look at people and the hard-earned work that they've done and not be able to bail them out just like we've bailed out others in this country.
Thank you, Colleen. Eric?